Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Friday. We got 10 matchups on this NBA slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys like betting on NBA player props, you already know, go ahead and sign up with ParlayPlay. Get 5 free entries when you guys sign up. Go ahead and hop in there, get some nice wins, build up that bankroll, and hopefully we get some nice cash outs this weekend. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Pretty busy NBA slate today, starting with the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Orlando Magic. Minnesota opening up as 7-point road favorites with the over-under at 233. The last 10 head-to-head, Orlando's 6-4, 7-3 covering the spread. The over is hit in 6 out of the last 10 matchups. Anthony Edwards is questionable for Minnesota. Minnesota 8-2 in their last 10. They're on a 6-game win streak right now. Orlando just 4-6 in their last 10. Minnesota 6-0 covering the spread right now. Orlando just 5-15 at home. Yeah, I like Minnesota on the road here on a 6-game win streak. Yeah, give me Minnesota money line, and then take the spread with caution. Next matchup, we have the Detroit Pistons versus the Boston Celtics. Boston opening up as 14-point home favorites with the over-under at 216. The last 3 head-to-head, Boston 2-1. 0-3 covering the spread. The over is hit in 2 out of the last 3 matchups. No Magruder, Diallo, Hayes, or Smith all out for Detroit. Detroit 6-4 in their last 10. They did lose to Boston 113-104 in their last matchup. Boston, they're 8-2 in their last 10. On a 4-game winning streak right now. Detroit 7-0 covering against Boston. Kind of a crazy stat. Boston 8-1 at home, playing good home basketball. Yeah, I like Boston for your money line parlays at home, but Detroit's covered the last 3 games. Their last 7 games against Boston, just because they've been big underdogs here. 14 points. Be cautious with that spread. I think Detroit could probably cover if you guys like betting on spreads, but I don't think they're beating Boston at home. So go ahead and throw Boston in your moneyline parlays and maybe take a shot with Detroit plus 14. That's a pretty high number. Next matchup, we had the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks opening up as 6-point home favorites with the over-under at 228.5. The last 10 head-to-head, the Clippers 7-3, 6-4 covering the spread. The over's hitting 6 out of the last 10 matchups. The Clippers 7-3 in their last 10. Atlanta 5-5 in their last 10. Atlanta on a 2-game losing streak right now. The Clippers 8-3 covering the spread. 8-3 against Atlanta. They've been pretty dominant against Atlanta. Atlanta just 1-4 covering the spread right now. Yeah, I think this is a pretty high number, 6 points. I like the Clippers plus 6 on the road. Hawks on a 2-game losing streak. Clippers coming off a nice win over the Wizards. Give me Clippers plus 6 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Charlotte Hornets versus the New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelicans opening up as 3.5-point home favorites with the over-under at 231.5. The last 3 head-to-head, the Pelicans 2-1, 2-1 covering the spread. The over's hitting 1 out of the last 3 matchups. No CJ McCollum for this matchup or Brandon Ingram. Charlotte 3-7 in their last 10. They're on a 2-game losing streak. Pelicans 4-6 in their last 10. They're on a 3-game losing streak. Yeah, this one's pretty simple to me. I'm taking Hornets plus 3.5 on the road. No McCollum or Ingram. Going to be tough for them to get points. And yeah, I think it's a great spot for the Hornets on the road here. Give me Hornets plus 3.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Miami Heat. The Heat opening up as 5.5-point home favorites with the over-under at 209.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Miami 7-3, 7-3 covering the spread. The overs hitting 7 out of the last 10 matchups. Jimmy Butler is questionable, so be sure to check his status. Cleveland 4-6 in their last 10. They're on a 2-game winning streak. Miami 7-3 in their last 10. Coming off that bad loss against Phoenix. Cleveland, though, they've struggled against Miami. 3-11 against Miami. 1-19 on the road against Miami. That's pretty insane. Miami 16-4 at home. Getting it done at home here. Yeah, taking Miami at home. Money line first, like always, and then be cautious with that spread, which I think they could most definitely can cover against this Cavs team. Give me the Heat spread and money line at home. Next matchup, we have the Dallas Mavericks versus the Houston Rockets. Dallas opening up as 11-point road favorites with the over-under at 225.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Houston is 6-4. 5-5 covering the spread. The overs hitting 5 out of the last 10 matchups. Dorian Finney-Smith and Brunson are both questionable for this matchup, so be sure to check their statuses. Dallas 7-3 in their last 10. Coming off a 30-point loss against the Knicks. I don't know what happened there. That was kind of crazy. Houston 2-8 in their last 10. Mavs 5-0 covering on the road. 5-1 in their last 6. Houston just 3-16 at home. Not getting it done at home at all. Rolling with the Mavs on the road. Be cautious with that 11-point spread. Houston been able to cover their last few games, and throw Dallas in your money line parlays. Not in love with that spread though, especially maybe if Brunson and Finney-Smith are going to be out for the Mavs. That definitely hurts the offense. So rolling with the Mavs, and I'm staying away from this spread. Maybe throw the Mavs in a teaser, get that point total down. Next matchup, we have the New York Knicks versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis opening up as 9.5-point home favorites with the over-under at 230.5. The last 3 head-to-head, the Knicks 2-1, 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hitting each of the last 3 matchups. The Knicks, no Nerlens Noel. That's really the only major injury. Knicks on a 3-game winning streak right now. Memphis 6-4 in their last 10. Knicks 4-1 covering the spread. Memphis 13-5 covering the spread. 7-1 covering the spread at home right now. Really good home team, and not in love with that spread, especially with the way the Knicks have looked. I do like the Grizzlies at home for your money line parlays, and not in love with the spread. I do think the Knicks could possibly cover here. You're looking at like a 10-point spread. Any team can cover a 10-point spread in the league, so take that spread if you want, or throw Memphis in a teaser, get that point total down a bit. But yeah, we're taking the Grizzlies at home. Next matchup, we have the Utah Jazz versus the San Antonio Spurs. Jazz opening up as 7.5-point road favorites with the over-under at 230.5. The last 10 head-to-head, the Jazz are 6-4, 6-4 covering the spread. The overs hitting 6 out of the last 10 matchups. No Bogdanovich for the Jazz. The Spurs, no Langford, Primo, or Diop. Utah 7-3 in their last 10. The Spurs 4-6 in their last 10. They're 1-5 in their last 6. They've been struggling. Jazz 5-2 covering against the Spurs. Spurs are just 1-4 covering the spread right now. Gonna be missing some depth with those 4 guys that are out for the Spurs. Give me the Jazz money line and spread on the road. Next matchup, we have the Toronto Raptors versus the Phoenix Suns. Suns opening up as 6-point home favorites with the over-under at 221.5. The last three head-to-head, Phoenix is 3-0, 2-1 covering the spread. The over's hitting 1 out of the last 3 matchups. No Cam Johnson for Phoenix. Toronto 4-6 in their last 10. Phoenix 7-3 in their last 10. They're on a 2-game winning streak right now. Toronto just 3-14 covering against Phoenix. It's not a very good number. Phoenix 11-2 at home, where they've been pretty dominant. 16-4 in their last 20. As long as they got Devin Booker, I like the Suns -6 and money line at home. Then the last matchup, we have the Washington Wizards versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers opening up as 4.5-point home favorites with the over-under at 228. The last 10 head-to-head, Washington 7-3, 6-4 covering the spread. The over's hitting 4 out of the last 10 matchups. I do see LeBron and Horton Tucker are questionable, so be sure to check their statuses. Washington 4-6 in their last 10. The Lakers just 2-8 in their last 10. They're 1-6. 1-6 in their last 7. Absolutely horrible. Washington 4-2 covering against the Lakers. The Lakers just 1-6 covering the spread. I'm sure most of you guys have given the Lakers the benefit of the doubt so many times. They're a very bad team. We need to look at the Lakers like they are the Magic or the Rockets, because they are that bad. If you watch any Laker game, there's no chemistry. They get down early. If they have any kind of lead, they blow it. This is a bad team. Don't look at their record, but they're probably a top 3 worst team. They really are. And we need to start treating them like it. Give me the Wizards +4.5. There's just no confidence in the Lakers. They've killed too many people's parlays, and, you got to put a stand to it sometimes. Until they can go on a 3-4 game win streak, honestly, and get some momentum. Staying away from the Lakers until they can prove it to us. Give me the Wizards +4.5 on the road. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday. Hopefully you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one.